You just came up with a brilliant idea, but you don't have the funds. That means you can't do it, right? Your family's not going to help you. Your best friends, well, they think your idea is ridiculous. But there is hope. Private Money Club is that hope. You see, Private Money Club is a community of like-minded people, people with money and people that need money, and both are there to solve one another's problems. So you've got this great opportunity. Private Money Club has the private lenders that just might fund your idea. So make sure you like and subscribe this channel by clicking that little button right there. And also right above, there's a little bell. Just smash that bell. Right, Cashy? Smash the bell. But how are you going to get everybody's attention on your opportunity? I mean, there's hundreds of deals on Private Money Club. So how is your deal going to stand out? Well, that's where I'm going to teach you the perfect loan proposal, because it will work and it will get their attention. So behold, the perfect loan proposal. So you might be asking, how would I go about putting one of these together? Well, I'm going to explain it to you, but there's a template on Private Money Club in the Learn section. So just go into the Learn section and find the perfect loan proposal and just fill in the blanks. Can't make this any simpler than that. But here's what the perfect loan proposal is. It is one proposal that has everything a lender would want. And it's going to capture their attention because it's going to show you're prepared. Don't forget the table of contents. The one thing that lenders don't like to do is waste time. Lenders do not like to look at a deal and have to try to figure out where the section is that they want to look at. They want to know that they're going to just go to section 2 to see how many completed real estate deals you have done. That's right. Inside the perfect loan proposal, it's very simple. Let me give you the table of contents for your perfect loan proposal. First, you're going to want to tell everybody about yourself and about your company. What makes you different? Why should somebody lend to you and your company? Then, once you do that, talk a little bit about your company's successes or your successes if your company is brand new. Talk about your completed real estate deals. Don't just show them, show how many you've done. This person had 5 completed deals over a 9-year period, and they've done 200 plus incredible projects. Maybe not their own projects, but other people's projects. So also, when you're doing completed deals, put in other people's deals that you've been involved in, because that still lends to your credibility and your experience. But over here, with the completed real estate deals, just make it simple. All the person's going to want to see the address, the purchase price, the sale price, and then the time to complete. And you can give a little more info like repairs, closing costs, and net profit, which is what this person did in this perfect loan proposal. What's important about that? Well, it gives you credibility. It gives you wisdom. So if I see that you've done 6 deals and you show me you've made money on 6 deals, I'm feeling a little bit more confident as a lender. So let's continue on in the perfect loan proposal. The next section is you're going to want to talk a little bit about your finances. That's right, you and your company's finances, because what we're going to want to know is we're going to want to know, can you afford this deal? Do you have the money to put into the deal so you have skin in the game? Are you going to be able to make those monthly payments, those interest or principal and interest payments that you're promising to make to the lender? You see, this is no different than a traditional bank. When you sit down with a bank loan officer, they're going to go through the same process. So what you're doing here on Private Money Club is taking everything you would do with a traditional bank, getting ahead of the curve, and preparing it all before you ask for the money, because then that eliminates a lot of the questions that would come up. So when we talk about the numbers, we're talking about a personal financial statement. A personal financial statement is going to show things like your assets. It's going to show your income. It's going to show your liabilities, your debts that you have. And it's going to take your assets minus your liabilities and show what's left. Hopefully there's a bunch left, because the worst thing you could have on a personal financial statement is a negative number when you subtract your liabilities from your assets. That doesn't make you look very good. But in the case like that, maybe you've got $1 million in income. Now we might look past the liabilities and look at your income. So the personal financial statement really is just going to give us a quick snapshot of what you look like on paper. Some people will just take your word for it. Me, as a lender, I won't. I'm going to want to see supporting documents. So once you show me your personal financial statement, I'm going to want you to show me proof. proof that that's how much money you have in the bank account, proof that that's how much money you have in a 401k, proof that's how much money you have in your corporate business accounts. I want to see all of it because I want to know that you're telling me the truth. After we get done with that, on Private Money Club, one thing that's gotta happen is you have to have a business, an entity, an LLC, a C Corp, an S Corp in good standing. So what we're gonna wanna see in the perfect loan proposal is that entity. Show us your entity, give us the EIN number, show us that that is in good standing. And once we get through that part, now you can include or tell the lenders that you will provide 2, maybe even 3 years of tax returns. You see, in this one, what they did is they actually included the tax returns, but they did them as links. So they just said, click here and you can look at these tax returns. So what's nice about that in a proposal is that's showing ultimate transparency. You're showing the lenders what money you have, you're showing them proof of the assets, and you're showing them tax returns. Even if your tax returns show a loss, at least you're showing them, and if the numbers match the personal financial statement, now you're building trust. You're building trust before you even had a conversation with a lender. That's what the perfect loan proposal is supposed to do, is get the person you're going to be talking about, the person you want to build a relationship with, which is a lender, comfortable with you. That's the most powerful thing. And then after you do that, why not show them credit reports? So in this perfect loan proposal, one thing that they did is they went in and they pulled credit reports and they showed the credit reports. Why? Well, that saves us as lenders time. We don't have to go in and pull a credit report. We don't have to pay for a credit report. You already provided that. A lot of lenders are going to basically go in and do it themselves, but at least you took the initiative inside the perfect loan proposal. And after you're done with that, now we're going to get to the thing that you know the most about, the deal. You notice how all that we talked about up to this point had nothing to do with the deal. It had to do with you. Why is that important? Well, it's important because you are the one that's got to make the payment. You are the one that controls the deal, and you are the one that I'm building a relationship with. I'm not building a relationship with the sticks and stones that make up your property. I'm building a relationship with a human being, and that human being is you, and you just so happen to be the owner or a partner in the company that I will be lending to. Understand that? So now we're going to get into the deal. So on the perfect loan proposal, there is always going to be a section that includes the deal. So in the Learn section of Private Money Club, you can pull up the spec sheet. The spec sheet just takes your deal and puts it on 2 pieces of paper, a front and a back. So this is a spec sheet. It gives all high-level information about your deal. The address, how many bed, how many bath, how many square feet, what's the size of the lot. It's gonna dissect it all. It's also gonna give comps. It's gonna give estimated repairs, which we're gonna elaborate on in the scope of work, but I'm just trying to explain, and then it's gonna show you what the profit could be. Now, if your property's a rental, inside Private Money Club's Learn section, there's another tool, and that tool is called a cash flow evaluator. What this is gonna allow you to do is put in the information for your rental. The lender's gonna wanna see, is this profitable? If I fund your deal, are you going to make money? Because if you make money, that means you have money to pay me. So the cash flow evaluator allows you to put your inputs in a very short period of time, and the spit out will be how much is your cap rate, your cash on cash return, and also your monthly net cash flow. These are really important things, and then it's going to summarize it down here, and it's going to show what is the end result of this property. So this is going to be a flip. The end result, net profit $26,729, percentage of ARV profit 21%. And then it also, if for some reason they can't flip it, they're going to rent it. So that's why they showed the cash flow evaluator inside this perfect loan proposal. Plan A and Plan B. See how they did that? First, they're going to try to flip it, and they're going to try to make $26,000. But if that fails, they've got Plan B, which is they're going to burr it. They're going to rent the property out so that they can make payments to me, the lender, and I'm going to feel really comfortable about that. So as we get to the end of this, the other things you're going to want to show in your perfect loan proposal is if you have an appraisal, an as-is or an as-complete or both, put the appraisal in here. If you don't have an appraisal, try to get a BPO, a broker's price opinion, which shows the value of the property. And nonetheless, the must is comparable sales. Comparable sales that mimic your deal. So if your deal is a 4-bed, 2-bath house and it's 2,000 square feet, find other 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 or 2,100 or 1,900 square foot houses. You see how I did the range? About 100 square foot higher or lower, and that will basically tell us how much properties are selling for in your neighborhood. So now you tell us your house is worth 200, you've got comps, comparable sales, to prove that that's what your house will sell for. And the one thing I always like to see as a lender is I just like to see photos. Good old-fashioned camera photos. Take photos of the property. Outline what the pictures are, like actually tell the person what each of the photos are. I know it takes a little bit more time on your end, but hey, if you're trying to get deal, the most expensive thing that can happen in your deal is you don't get funded and your deal dies on the vine. So spend the extra time, get the comps, pay the extra money to get the appraisal, because that's going to be the ultimate. A lot of times borrowers skip out on the most important things. They don't spend 100 or 200 bucks to get a good appraisal. They don't spend money to get the BPO. They don't do that because they don't know if they're going to get funded. In your mind, if you don't think you're going to get funded, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get funded. So when you come into Private Money Club, when you create the perfect loan proposal, come in with a positive mental attitude that you are going to get funded. And if you know you're going to get funded, do you mind spending a couple bucks to get an appraisal? Absolutely not. A negative mindset always results in a negative failed opportunity. So come in with a positive attitude and you're gonna have a positive result with your perfect loan proposal inside Private Money Club. And by the way, this perfect loan proposal is a deal I funded on Private Money Club. Why did I fund this deal? Because it made sense after I went through this. I had a lot of trust and confidence with this borrower who I did not know prior to receiving this, but I got to know, and I have funded additional deals and helped them get additional deals even after my funding ran out with other people. So this is what can happen with you. You see, Private Money Club is all about a relationship. And what you got to remember is your deal, your opportunity doesn't just solve your problem, it solves somebody else's problem. In this case, with this one, it solved my problem. And my problem, just like every other lender's problem, is we want to make more money on our funds. So you can help us with your opportunity. But don't cut corners. Don't skimp through this and rush through this. Take your time and do the perfect loan proposal the right way the first time. And then the next deal and the next deal and the next deal, just go in and change the deal part of the perfect loan proposal. That's what's so nice about this template. It can be used over and over and over, and all you need to do is minor updates every single time you put a new deal on. So get started now by going to privatemoneyclub.com, create a profile, make sure you put a photo and a good description. Nobody wants to know a faceless name. And once you create the profile, put your deal up on there, but don't put your deal up until you have gone to the Learn section and created your perfect loan proposal. I know for a fact this will help your chances of finding money for your opportunity. Thanks for joining me today. We'll see you on Private Money Club with your next deal. Hey, if you like this video, check this one out right here. It's called Max ROI. You want to see how some of the best are doing real estate deals? That video will show you.